like we put so much heart into like every and get excited about a celebrity campaign.
मैंने बोल रही है brand equity campaign का part होगी. I'm just saying you just look at this list.
So it's globally called the gold standard in skincare.
We want to do the what before the why. So once that is done, then we get into the why and what the upgrade is basically like kind of happening.
I feel like until the entire industry starts doing this, they will never agree to something like this because obviously they are profiting off of other brands that are paying them that unnecessary amount.
Because this is the funnest bit of the shoot.
I tried to be a model. I'm not sure if I did a 10 on 10, but I did a 6 on 10. Our base concept is already prepared by you.
Right.
You have the foundation ready. I think if we can dive a little deeper and refine the concept to go into not one phase but age through different decades.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Like people who are in 30s onwards, 40s, 50s, how liberating getting old or aging has been. And that can be the first leg of the campaign.
And we'll have to be like fully coordinated. from start to finish. That's going to be a very big.
And we've not launched a very big product in over a year and a half. So for a brand like us, skincare formulations, our audience recognizes that we put a lot of R&D. All of this kind of back history that we've not launched in a while, this has been in R&D for 3 years. So now that we finally launch it, there is that kind of expectation. Because the category in which this launches, it is very apt and serves a primary TG, which is the millennials. Recently since we've started doing activations like wellness and this and that, the purpose of these activations is brand building, right? It's not necessarily product specific. Usually we choose products basis of stock and things like that right now. But going forward in brand marketing, when you look at it as a vertical, you have to do your product voice share increase, your share of voice increase, and you have to do brand equity building. A customer persona हमने intentionally नहीं build किया है जो मुझे इस साल बनाना है. And what is the white space right now that is begging for us to be taken, but we are not intentionally taking it. And I think my prediction for this year is that this is a space that brands are going to double down to take because बहुत हो गया Gen Z, and that is millennials.
Working woman.
Marketing targeted specifically for millennial women.
And we're aligned with the fact that this will not get us immediate, not forget conversion, but anything for that matter.
It's a long-term exercise.
long-term,
It's a brand building exercise.
Correct.
That's for brand. That will come out of brand equity budget. So there is no expectation of awareness.
It will drive some amount
Awareness,
of
yes, but there's no expectation of itne views lao, ye karo,
that
karo.
will not convert via versus the expense we make on it. Just
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
The idea is also to build with people that will add value, right, to the brand image.
Don't confuse this campaign with that exercise. This campaign is establish who your customer is.
Agree. वो मैं समझ गई. I'm saying this and the equity campaign, they'll all roll out staggered, right? Equity campaign 3 names in a month or what, 3 names every 1 month, जो जैसे भी. And this also where people will over a period of 3 to 6 months organically show our products in their carousels, reels, wherever, right? How do you want to sort of disassociate the two?
We have always been millennial first, but somewhere that messaging should have been stamped on a bit more. That has gotten a little missed or obscured. Millennials are the ones who are independent, discerning, have the buying capacity and want quality. See, and when you're in your early 20s or even mid 20s, you are in an experimentation phase where you're okay to buy lower priced products. You just want to see what works. Once you are in your 30s or crossed a certain, like your hardcore millennial, you have done all of that. Now what you want, take money but give me quality. You better give me my money's worth. I don't mind paying a little, whatever the price demands from a premium brand, but I want quality. And one way we think is to do the brand ambassador program where we feature, I wouldn't say forgotten faces, but faces that millennials very fondly, nostalgically remember, buy. Bring back these faces, as ambassadors of Due. And through that program, we perhaps want the millennial consumer to recognize themselves in the brand.
Somebody at 40K. What are her commercials?
2.2 lakhs. 2 lakhs is what was quoted. Now, while with a 40K following, she does have a good engagement rate. The issue here is that the minute there is a paid collaboration, the engagement dips from somewhere averagely above 200K to it dips down to 10K.
Last week, she's done a paid, not with a beauty brand, another vertical. The views are like, they're struggling right
Immediately dipped. For us as a brand, yes, this is plainly visibility. This is engagement. Yes, we are associating with you.
You're
You're
not
a
doing a
great
sell.
voice.
Yeah.
Correct. We don't get any.
वो तो
ROAS
expectations
from this.
छोड़ ही दिए हैं.
Yes, but that's such a
conversion
big
नहीं
problem
होगा.
because imagine investing this amount of money with somebody that we want to associate
Yeah.
with, but we don't get anything out of it. When the creator industry started, this has always been an unregulated industry, but back in the day when it was extremely new, the thing was, I personally was also very invested with a lot of creators because you saw a lot of creators grow from 0 to 100, so there was that trust, there was the storytelling, you saw people grow, right? From then to now, the industry has become extremely commercialized.
In the last 1 year, we've noticed that not necessarily all large creators are getting you the sort of views and engagement. We've seen smaller creators now drive more views and engagement, way more than their following is.
We try to go to creators that actually use the product, because that story then, even with a paid campaign, gets translated better to the audience watching it, because they believe this influencer or content creator generally uses that product. The alignment we have to strictly have internally is it is for awareness. That's it.
We will just take you through the Hustle social plan, and she'll take you through the IDT calendar for the week.
This is for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first we have the soft launch, sort of soft plug post going, where we tease the ingredient, and post which then we do the tear of teaser.
Make it a point, Manvika, that in carousels and things like that, we mention that the new ingredient has a very distinct smell. Like it has a very distinct odor, and that's going, because the loyal users are going to notice it 110%.
Yeah, for IDT, we have one reel starting tomorrow for the next episode. And then we have 3 other reels. And then we also have Hustle reels that will start. And I have put one here. We'll have one more that we will work on, which can go over here. And one will be on Hustle launch day.
Let's start doing the trial reels, Anya, that I was telling you. The best performing reels, post them for trial to get, because IDT's account, Instagram account, is only growing organically, which is the best thing. So a very specific kind of audience is only becoming followers who are interested in that kind of content. So let's post our best performing and get more of that, because now that the account is posting actively like 3 times a week, getting more followers is the best time. And I think we're one of the only brands that has like 5?
4 now, 5
4?
very soon.
5 very soon, which is yes. See, content for us is an engine to reach audiences organically, but we're not a media agency. So we're still a beauty brand, and somewhere that subtext has to come through.
Yeah. So we have 4 channels. We have the main account, that is Tuco. Then we have In Due Time. Then we have Due Routines, and then we have Beauty. So all 4 of them function very differently and have very different personalities on the internet, you can say, of sorts.
Since Instagram is the primary touch point for a consumer to discover a brand, it's necessary to have all of these 4 different channels. All of them have their own personalities, and it reaches a different audience in that sense.
And then the most important thing, and that a lot of brands had not realized for a long time, at least in India, and I think this year I'm seeing a lot of them realize the importance of, is YouTube. YouTube caters to a completely different kind of audience, and I saw that power firsthand when we started IDT In Due Time last year on YouTube, and I do see now a lot of brands are going to YouTube, but that's a completely different kind of acumen audience. They consume content very differently. They have patience of long content. They are deep divers. That is something that I want to further leverage more. IDT is there, it's doing well, but I want to leverage YouTube in a very different way, even more so. So the idea actually came in 2023 because it was a very big year for us. Like the brand was blowing up, we were viral, and there were a lot of interesting things happening behind the scenes. We would have these very intense discussions on how the brand, we were constantly going out of stock, and how to discussions with suppliers, internal discussions. We were expanding the team, so there's just a lot of conversation going behind the scenes in the office. It would be really cool if we could actually show them and this content and this very real brand building that goes on, and how much we take them into account when we think of every decision. So we try to take baby steps. The idea was there, and then end of 24, October, November 24, I was like, we have to do it. And because we'd moved into this new office, team had expanded quite a bit. So then we kind of were like, okay, let's find a good creative partner who can kind of take this idea, give it a good creative shape, and let's roll it out. And that's how 2025 Jan is we started filming, and all of that year, we filmed IDT season 1. And the truth is, for anyone who thought otherwise, not a thing on the show is scripted.
Yeah.
Even when I'm sitting and doing these P2Cs, I never know a single question that I'm going to get asked. So everything you're hearing is the truest, most authentic version of us.
Hi guys, so we are on sets for the shoot of. This is one of Due's biggest launches, so very, very exciting. And I think we're still in the first part of the day, so a lot still left to uncover.
This is the first fight for Duke.
Amazing. So we're done with our clean catalog shots. We're moving on to the editorial bit. We're starting with Raman. He's almost ready.